Remember when artificial intelligence was supposed to make hiring effortless? The promise was that algorithms would instantly match your skills to the perfect role, eliminating the painful waiting game of the traditional job hunt. Instead, the process has hit a wall. In many cases, adding AI to the mix has actually made hiring slower and more complex than it was just a few years ago. For the average job seeker, this means firing hundreds of applications into a digital void and hearing absolutely nothing back. This data shows the pressure cooker behind those applications. Youth unemployment is currently hovering between 13 and 15%, while 60% of the broader workforce reports an active fear of layoffs. Technology that was supposed to remove friction has instead stalled the machinery of the labor market. A major part of the problem comes down to raw volume. Platforms that allow users to apply to 100 different open roles with a single click have created a flood of applications that companies struggle to process. This is compounded by generative AI tools like ChatGPT. Applicants can now instantly spin up a resume that mirrors every single requirement in a job description. On the employer side, recruiters are drowning in a sea of applications that all look technically flawless but are completely indistinguishable from one another. When anyone can use software to look like the perfect candidate on paper, the resume stops being a useful indicator of actual talent. This flood of perfect paperwork leaves recruiters paralyzed. It has become difficult to separate genuine, hard-earned skill from good formatting in a clever AI prompt. Facing this uncertainty, companies are getting defensive. To protect themselves from the risk of a bad hire, they are inflating job requirements to thin out the noise. This diagram shows how the bottom of the career ladder has effectively broken away. Entry-level roles that used to be the starting point now frequently require 2 to 3 years of experience just to get an initial interview. Those who do get through are often met by robot interviewers. Candidates are forced to record videos for an automated system, talking to a screen instead of a human being. Employers are too risk-averse to make a decision, while job seekers are burning out against automated walls. To understand how to navigate this, we have to look at hiring as an information problem. Historically, taking the time to write a custom, tailored resume was a high signal indicator of a candidate's actual effort. In this funnel diagram, you can see how generative AI turns those signals into infinite low-value noise. The indicators of genuine talent are buried under thousands of identical, artificially generated applications. The workload has shifted for everyone. Instead of assessing potential or fit, both sides end their time trying to verify whether the person on the screen actually matches the claims on the page. Navigating this market requires a strategy that moves away from the traditional application playbook. Getting past algorithmic gatekeepers involves building authentic, non-traditional pathways directly to the people making the decisions. Since companies are hesitant to commit to full-time hires, contract and temporary roles have become a strategic way to build verifiable, real-world experience that shows up on a background check. This also requires looking at sectors where demand is high enough to bypass the usual AI filters. Fields like healthcare and the skilled trades prioritize physical, in-person skills that software cannot replicate, offering a path for those willing to pivot away from oversaturated tech roles. Creating a digital portfolio showing you actively performing a complex physical task provides proof of your abilities in a way algorithms cannot fake. Tangible proof of work and the ability to adapt to market shifts are now the most effective ways to stand out. For employers, the solution isn't to try and fix the resume flood. The fix is to abandon the slow, multi-week pipeline entirely. This maps out the traditional hiring workflow. In a market flooded with fake data, long, multi-stage pipelines cause companies to lose candidates to faster employers. Platforms like Kuhuza suggest a new workflow. Upload a job and start interviewing candidates within 15 minutes. An unscripted, face-to-face conversation strips away the formatting and the AI prompts. It forces candidates to explain who they are and what they know in a real-time environment. The attempt to automate the paperwork of hiring has instead highlighted the value of responsiveness. In a market of infinite data, the ability to connect directly with a human being is the only filter that remains reliable.